Last year we mobilised $549 million under the Joint Response Plan for refugees and host communities. However, this year we're expecting funding to drop significantly. You mentioned Rohingya response. It remains a huge challenge, a critical challenge, and Professor Yunus and I spoke about it yesterday. Over 1 million refugees continue to live in Cox's Bazar. Under the government leadership, the UN and our partners continue to provide life-saving support. Last year we mobilised $549 million under the Joint Response Plan for refugees and host communities. However, this year we're expecting funding to drop significantly. It already has. This is not a Bangladesh issue, this is a global issue that we're facing across the world. We are working with government, the NGOs, to provide life-saving assistance, including food, healthcare, shelter and protection. But we have to prioritise some of that support, given the drops in financing that we're facing. But the big worry is also the fact that the humanitarian situation in Rakhine continues to worsen. It's not getting any better. So just to commend, and it's really important to re-emphasise this, Bangladesh's generosity as a host community. It's something that we continue to reiterate and reaffirm. Our support to Bangladesh, our commitment to a rights-based, solutions-oriented humanitarian support. We aim to better equip the Rohingya for early, voluntary and sustainable and safe return to Myanmar when conditions allow. But right now the conditions are very challenging. Looking ahead, the UN and Bangladesh remains committed to being a principled, effective and responsive partner. Our 2025 priorities include overall, and I'm going back to the broader development priorities in Bangladesh, supporting smooth transition strategy for LDC graduation, strengthening national institutions through reform commissions, scaling climate financing and inclusive green development, supporting preparations for a free, fair and credible elections, accelerating gender equality and social justice, mobilising innovative finance for the SDGs through public-private partnerships. You also mentioned that last week we marked UN Peacekeepers Day in Dhaka. Bangladesh is the third largest contributor to UN peacekeeping, with over 200,000 personnel deployed since 1988. Today, 5,818 Bangladeshi peacekeepers serve in 10 missions worldwide. We really and deeply appreciate Bangladesh's commitment to peacekeeping and human rights. Echoing the Secretary-General, I also would like to say that we honour the dedication and the sacrifices as well of Bangladeshi peacekeepers serving in some of the world's most challenging environments, from Somalia to the Democratic Republic of Congo, Liberia to Sudan.